Thank you so much for coming out and supporting Fine Arts Week all week. Right now, we have a performance by the Gretsch Guitar Ensemble from Elmhurst University. They're directed by Neil Alger.
Gretsch Guitar has been we've had them last year. They're a staple of Fine Arts Week, so please give them a warm welcome. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. You are witnesses to the Gretsch Guitar Ensemble. We're from Elmhurst University right down the road here. We're going to play some music for you. Most of what we're playing is what we call jazz music. How many of you are familiar with jazz? All right. So I started playing guitar when I was 11. I was in 6th grade. And I played in a heavy metal band for a number of years. And we played everything the same every time. And then I got to high school and I had a wonderful band director that said, "Would you like to join the jazz band?" I was a junior. And I said, "Yeah, I'll try it out." And then he said, "You get to solo." I was very happy about that, being a guitar player. Guitar players love to solo. Wouldn't you say that, guys? Wouldn't you agree? But I don't have to play the same solo every time I play the same song. You can improvise it. So a lot of what we're doing up here during the solos, when we feature each of the gentleman and lady on the tunes, is they're improvising. They're making up melodies over the chord progression of the songs. So we never know what they're going to do from tune to tune. So we'll be featuring everybody. I'm playing bass, obviously, and then we have a wonderful drummer, Diego Rodriguez. But we're going to get started with a composition called Down Under. It's by a great, great jazz trumpeter, Freddie Hubbard. And I want you to try to listen, those of you that are in the jazz band or in music, see if you can identify the form of this song. How many measures are going by? It's got a pretty famous form that we have. So this was made famous by the great jazz drummer Art Blakey. It's going to feature Drew and Adam and the drummer Diego. So this, without further ado, this is called, yeah. Wow. Thank you. Wish I had that kind of reception at my own gigs. All right, without further ado, Down Under by Freddie Hubbard. Thank you. So what was the form on that song? How many measures? 7, 10. You're getting close. You're getting hot. 26, no. 11's very close. 12. 12 bar blues. So the form blues, which goes way back into the 19th century, as we know it nowadays, it has 12 measures, which is very interesting. It's not 16, it's not 8, it's 12. It's 3 times 4. 3 4-bar phrases. So it's kind of a demented blues that we just played down under, but a blues nevertheless. And you heard some bluesy licks from an alumni of York High School, Adam Montesantos. Yeah. And you also heard on the end there a veteran of the Gretsch Guitar Ensemble, Drew Weezer. And then we also featured some trading with the awesome Diego Rodriguez on drums. Yeah, so you heard each of the guys take their individual solos, and then they did some trading with the drums. They would play a little bit, then Diego would play, kind of answer, kind of a call and response, or kind of a musical conversation going on. And then the next guy would play, and then just keep trading with the drums. That's something that we love to do in jazz. You have your individual solos, and then you have some trading. And I love to trade with the drums just because I started out on percussion. But anyhow, we're going to move to the next song. We're going to slow things down a little bit. This is a mashup of 2 different, one is a jazz tune and one is not a jazz tune. There's actually a classical composer from Park Ridge, Illinois, from the turn of the century named John Alden Carpenter, and there's a piano piece of his that always had an impact on me called Little Indian. So we're going to start the mashup with that song, and then we're going to segue into a jazz standard called Softly as in a Morning Sunrise, which every jazz musician eventually learns. It's from the 1930s. So this is our mashup version of Little Indian, Softly as in a Morning Sunrise. And it's going to feature Adam again, and then 2 new cats, Jeremy and Danny. Thank you. So that featured Adam. You heard him on the first tune, but it also featured Jeremy Lynch there in the middle on guitar, and Danny Monzon. And those of you guitarists out there, you notice that there are a lot of Gretsch company guitars. At Elmhurst University, we have a long-standing and beautiful relationship with the Gretsch company, and just by coincidence, the drum set is also a Gretsch. So they're really well-made instruments. I'm starting to use them on my own gigs lately because I love them so much. But anyhow, Jeremy and Danny and Adam featured on that one. I forgot to mention that last song, Softly as in a Morning Sunrise, the second part of the mashup, was arranged by a female jazz guitarist who was really popular in the jazz scene in the 1980s and 1990s, Emily Remler. So I wanted to give a shout out to her, one of the few females in jazz. I mean, there's plenty of dudes, plenty of guys, so wanted to do that tune as an homage to her. And then the next song is an homage to a very famous jazz guitarist, Jim Hall, who died, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 years ago. And this is a lively, upbeat number that's going to feature Layla, Jeremy, Danny, and Mickey. But before I do that, did anybody recognize the form in the last song by any chance? I know this is really stretching out here, but close. A multiple of 16. 32. You got it. Nailed it. So there's a very, very famous structure in jazz songs, 32 bars, AABA. Just about. Yeah, 32 bars, AABA, and it goes all the way back to the 1930s. Musicals, those of you that are into musical theater and plays that are set to music, a very popular song form for older musicals was that AABA song form. Now this next song, this next song does have AABA form now that I think about it. But at any rate, this is called Say Hello to Calypso. So it's kind of got a Caribbean groove to it. We hope you enjoy it, and it's going to feature 4 guitarists. So without further ado, Say Hello to Calypso. Thank you very much. So that featured Layla Roussan on guitar. You heard from Jeremy and Danny again. And then for the first time, we have Mickey O'Brien playing the lovely Gretsch guitar. Yeah. Would you like to groove on that one? Yeah. All right, so this next piece, we're going to slow things down once again. I became aware of Chris Gemko, who teaches here a number of months back, and discovered that he was a Wilco fan. Does anybody know the rock band Wilco? I don't see any hands going up, but yeah, they've been around a long time, maybe a little bit before your time, but they're a Chicago band, a very famous rock band actually from Chicago, which that doesn't always happen. And because Chris has been so gracious to have us play, we played in the fall, and now we're playing here at the Fine Arts Fest. We're very grateful for that to him. I decided to arrange a Wilco tune, and this is called Impossible Germany. This is our version of a Wilco tune called Impossible Germany, dedicated to Chris Gemko and also to Mike Pavlik. And we're going to have a showdown of two guitars going at it, trading licks. Another tradition that jazz embraces is kind of sparring, musical conversing. So you're going to feature Danny and Mickey going at it on this one. Impossible Germany. Danny Monzone, Mickey O'Brien. So you all are getting hip to the idea of clapping after the solos. So one of the things that's special about jazz music is that instead of waiting for the end of the song to clap for everybody, whenever somebody does one of their improvised solos, right after it's done, you can start clapping. Some people hoot and holler in jazz clubs. So now, armed with that information, you're in the know. You're hip now. And some of you are not too far from 21 years of age. 3-4 years, right? If you're juniors or seniors. So you can get yourself to a jazz club and know that you can clap after each solo. So we'll do that. We'll do that in this song. We have just one more song for you. But before we do that, I just want to encourage you music students, and other subjects for that matter. Right down the street is a wonderful, wonderful school, Elmhurst University. We have a very robust music program with numerous ensembles, one of which is this guitar ensemble. We've had as many as 3 guitar groups at one time. And we'd love to have some guitar players. We'd love to have bass players and piano players. So if you're thinking about colleges and you're a music student, I'd highly consider right down the road here. Wouldn't you guys say it's a good vibe over there? Yeah. Drew would know. He's a senior. You're a senior, right? Junior? Well, you've been around. He's played on this stage before, and I never have, so there you have it. So this last tune we're going to play, Mickey is going to switch over to the keyboards back there. He's an accomplished multi-instrumentalist. Woo! You sing too, right, Mickey? Yeah. Vocalist, pianist, guitarist. Wow. So this tune falls stylistically a little bit more under the jazz fusion genre, which is kind of a mixture of rock music and jazz together. There's another guitarist that we're going to give homage to, Alan Holdsworth. He was a phenomenal technician on the guitar and wrote some beautiful compositions. And this is probably his most famous tune. It's called Devil, Take the Hindmost. And it's going to feature Adam, Drew, and then Mickey on keyboards. So we sincerely hope you enjoy Devil, Take the Hindmost. Thanks a lot, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we cleared you guys out. Drew Weezer, Jeremy Lynch, Danny Monzon, Layla Rosen, Adam Montesantos, Mickey O'Brien, and Diego Rodriguez. Thanks a lot for listening, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the Fine Arts Week.